We start today in Puerto Rico, where a new exhibit takes you to the Renaissance era and into the life of painter, engineer, and architect Leonardo da Vinci, an iconic figure of his time responsible for several pieces of art that we still treasure today. Francis Felix takes us there.
Leonardo da Vinci is one of the most important figures of the Renaissance cultural movement. Now, art and cultural lovers in Puerto Rico will have the opportunity to enjoy about his life and inventions. The Vinci Experience and his Real Machines exhibition arrived in Puerto Rico, being the first time it has passed through the Caribbean and the United States. It's open to the public at the Mall of San Juan. The experience presents the live and replicas of the most important works of Da Vinci, and the visual tour takes attendees to learn about a dozen of his most important inventions, such as the bicycle, the parachute, among many others.
We feel very proud to be the promoter of this exhibition. Why Da Vinci? Da Vinci is one of the greatest minds in the human being history. There's a lot to talk about and to learn about Da Vinci. So I believe that people that comes here to watch this exhibition will learn a lot, but will also enjoy what they'll learn.
What people are going to enjoy?
Well, good. On the first part, people will see a little history. We will have a timeline from his birth to his death and what he did during those years. Also, people will see or will have the opportunity to learn about the different areas where he impact the human history. For example, anatomy, obviously engineering, architecture, and so on. Then you will come here to this area where you will see some of his most famous pictures or portraits, and also we have 10 inventions that Da Vinci did during his life.
Also, it's the first time to have having this exhibition in the Caribbean. How you feel about that?
It's the first time not only in the Caribbean, it's the first time in the United States. So from here, this exhibition maybe will be going to Dominican Republic, but then it will go to New York. So we are very proud to be the first stop in the United States.
One of the most important halls is the 360 Mercy Hall that shows 3 of the most important inventions of this Italian painter. Let's see.
People will have the opportunity to see how some of his invention works. You have the opportunity to go like inside the boat or inside the tank. You will see those invention working on a 360 environment. It's like you've been inside of this invention. I want everyone to please join us, come here, have the opportunity to see this. It's something that you really will enjoy. Believe me, you will learn a lot, but you will learn it on a fun way, because everything that is here is put on a way that everyone can understand and can have like a really, really good experience of Leonardo da Vinci. We're open every day here at the Mall San Juan. Open hours are from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and cost for the tickets it's $25. And tickets are available on tiquetera.com.
The exhibition Da Vinci and his Real Machines will be here till the month of August, where people will have the opportunity to learn but have a fun experience at the same time with the life of this iconic figure. Reporting from Mall San Juan, Puerto Rico, Francis Felix.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. In the meantime, the ball is rolling out a new hospital ICU in the Turks and Caicos. It's all part of a plan to improve not only emergency and critical care on the islands, but healthcare as a whole. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton has more on the multi-million-dollar development plan that's now in the works.
5 months from now, the Turks and Caicos Islands government should have a proposal for an intensive care unit to be finally developed in country. The announcement was made by the Chief Executive Officer at InterHealth Canada TCI Hospitals, Dr. Denise Brathwaite-Tennant. Dr. Brathwaite-Tennant said the process is very complex and very expensive and will likely be north of $10 million.
Our aim is to start with medical ICU so that we can reduce the number of persons that are going for surgeries that we do here. But because of their patient complexity, we've decided that it's not safe to do it in the absence of an ICU. And the other is the medical ICU, leaving as we grow and develop the more complex things like neurosurgery, open heart surgery, and so forth.
The TCI residents welcome the announcement as the lack of an ICU in country has hindered its healthcare system in more immediate responses to emergency and trauma cases. It has resulted in a hefty treatment abroad bill for the British Overseas Territory as well, where patients are medevac to places like the Bahamas, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Colombia, and the United States when care is not on island. Beyond trauma and severe illness, treatment for ophthalmology and vascular health services have also soared in demand. These have now become a business case priority for the hospitals.
But these are the ones that are working with NHIP on. Ophthalmology. Ophthalmology is a key driver in terms of volumes, and it has surgical and consultation. So we're building the case to bring ophthalmology services on island and shift it from visiting, which is already showing high volume capacity, to a permanent ophthalmologist and the necessary equipment.
Needless to say, providing these healthcare services at home would be more cost effective and instant. And that's good news all around.
And that was our DeAndre Hamilton reporting there. All right, thanks, DeAndre. Meantime, Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley has announced new measures to reduce the cost of electricity among food and other essential items for consumers. In an address to the nation on Thursday, she announced that VAT on residential bills would be reduced from 17.5% to 7.5% starting August 1st of this year, all the way until January 31st of 2023 for the first 250 kilowatt hours of electricity used.
This is going to represent on average a savings of about $17 to every Barbadian household, regardless of whether you use 250 kilowatt hours or not. This, my friends, is critical, and it may not be a lot, but when you see it in conjunction with the other things that we are doing, then you will understand the wisdom of the old Barbadian saying that one blow is kill old cow. The reality is that 63% of all households in Barbados, according to the data from the Barbados Light and Power, use 250 kilowatt hours of electricity or less. And that therefore will mean for them that their bill will move from $204.46 down to $187.06.
Now, Prime Minister Mottley went on to say that the move will cost the government just over $5 million for the 6-month period. She also announced a reduction in the prices of 44 essential items from July 21st of this year to January 31st of next year. The Prime Minister said government will sign a compact agreement with a private sector on Saturday to effect those price reductions.
Supermarkets have agreed, as well as wholesalers and distributors combined and farmers, all to review their markups, and for these 44 items have agreed for the most part, with the exception of 2 or 3, to leave their markups no higher than between 12 to 15% to ensure that every Barbadian household, but in particular the vulnerable, can benefit from these items. And let me be clear at the outset, it is not every item, but there are a sufficiently large range of items here that any family can live and live well.
Prime Minister Mottley also announced that all school-aged children will have the opportunity to get school meals during the summer vacation between July 25th and September 2nd.